Okay, so the important, very important in the core snapback is the binary one first. We'll see. I'll create a sample pipeline. I'll say binary sample in your folder. Here you see binary snapback. Okay, so binary snapback basically means working with the binary data. When I say binary, you might have a question. What is a binary file? The SnapLogic process everything in the document format, which is a JSON, which is a complete semi-structured data, right? So apart from JSON data, if there is any file that is considered as binary, okay? So one of the common snaps in this, we start with the file reader. I want to read a file, okay? Where the file is present. It can be in the project uploaded in the SnapLogic UI, or it can be in AWS S3 location, or it can be in some other file server, SFTP. You see, these are all the several systems. S3, Azure Data Lake, Azure Storage. If it is SFTP, we use Basic Auth. If it is Google Service, Google Storage, and SMB, all these separate systems where this Snap will connect and bring the file. Okay, now we'll select any file. I think these are your sample files, right? So we read it. This is just the reading of a file, but not parsing. This is a CSV file, so we need to parse it. So here, one thing you can observe is we have the this diamond shape connectivity, right? This represents binary data. Now this is suggesting to connect to CSV parser. I'll click on this. Okay, this circle connectivity shows data transfer between over this snap output happens with a JSON data. Here we see we are reading some file. It shows this is a binary. That's a CSV file, right? With all the default settings. I didn't do any settings change. So this converted to JSON, which is structured data. In this case, maybe semi-structured. Yep, this is converted to JSON structure. Now we'll work with it. Same way, we have directory browser snap, which will browse the files, which means just list the files. What are the files present in the given directory? It will just list it. Same like Windows Explorer. If we open, all the files will be listed, right?
Yes.
That way. And file writer, this is to write a file. How do we write a file? This takes, as you see, this will take a binary input, which means we need to use format to write any file.
Mm-hmm.
These are all the formatter snaps to convert to from JSON to these data types. Okay, data format. Let's take, this is my CSV data. I will convert it to XML. I will bring XML format. And I need to give the file some name, test.xml. Okay, I'll save it. Here one thing, here I did not give any path, right? Where to save the file. I just gave the file name, but I didn't give the path where to save this file. So by default, it will save in the same location where this pipeline is present.
Same projects.
Yeah, in your project folder where it is. Yeah, so Hell AM project. In that folder, it will save it. If I need to keep it under some other folder where you have access to, we need to give the complete path which starts with SLDB, which means SnapLogic database. Okay, I'll give the complete path like SnapLogic trail slash shared slash text.xml. I think this S is also small, which means here in the root folder. Okay. So here SnapLogic trial is the environment name followed by the actual project. I want to share, keep it in the main shared only. So I'll give directly test.xml. I'm running it. It failed. We'll look at the reason. Unsupported protocol. Okay, I missed one more slash. There should be 3 slashes. Now it says could not convert the document to an XML. Means there is something that XML does not support in this data. Okay, we need to work with that data and do the mappings accordingly and then format it. Okay, in this case, let me do JSON. If JSON supported data is there here. Yes, it is finished. When it turns green, means it is finished. We can see the statistics here. 999 docs are present in this. It also failed. What it says, failed to write. Here you see, you do not have access to write to that folder. So we'll write it to some other folder where we have access to. So health test we created, right, last time?
We created that.
So in this environment, there is a space, there is a folder. File that is complete. Now we can go and see. file is present. We can see the data converted from CSV to JSON. This is a simple way of data conversion. Okay.
Okay. So we can use this XML data for any data loading in across any system.
Yep. We can connect to different data formats like CSV, Excel, Avro, XML, JSON, all these. Okay. We'll go to the next snap in binary. So directory browser just shows the list of the files. As I said, it will just show the list and it does not read any file. Okay, and S3 file reader. This is a snap dedicatedly for S3. To read file from S3, it's not this. To read a file from S3, we use file reader, S3 file reader. To write, we use S3 file writer. Okay, but recently in August last month, SnapLogic released a separate snapback only for S3 operations to connect to S3. Here you see
Is
Amazon
on
S3.
yes.
Yeah, so this has S3 browser, which means listing the files, copy, like copying the file from one folder to other folder within S3, delete a file, and S3 download, which means we can read a file from S3, and pre-signed, these to do some pre-signed objects. Okay, upload, which means file write. So far we have been using it, these snaps, since very long. So right now we can start using this also. Okay, but in the binary, let's see, we need to create an account. So this is a format. Okay, we can select if you have the complete path, you can get it from the AWS and paste it here. If you want to search for the path here, once you provide the account, you can click on the suggestion. It will list all the folders or the buckets first. It will list all the buckets first. You need to select one of the buckets where you want to write the file or read the file. And then if you click, let's say this is the my test bucket. Okay, it comes here. Again, I want to list the folders inside this my test bucket. Again, you can click here. It will show all the folders listed under this bucket. Let's say new folder. Again, if you keep click again, it will show like this, all the subfolders, shared folders. Until you get the required folder selection, you can do suggestion. It will list. That's very easy to work on this snap. Okay, and we give the account here. There are two types of accounts S3 supports. AWS S3 normal account, which we give access key and secret key. If there is any encryption, this is usually set to none. If there is any encryption enabled on the AWS S3 side, we need to enable this server-side encryption or client-side encryption, or if it is IAM role. These kind of settings we need to enable and validate and then work on. Okay. So same way we have zip file. We can read a zip file. Let's try to find some zip file here. Do we have any zip files? No.
No.
I think I have one in my local. Let me check. I don't have right now. Anyway, we can download any file and use it. Let's do one thing. This file itself, we can use zip write. Okay, we're adding it as a normal file writer, right? We can zip it, test file dot zip. Okay, file is written. Now I'll try to read the same file, same zip file. Here it shows. This is my test file dot zip preview. I have a JSON file, right? So here we can use JSON parser. Okay, we can see the data as it is. Clear, right?
We just converted that file into zip.
Yeah, and I have a CSV file, right?
Yes,
I
yes,
converted into JSON and written a zip file. Now I
zip file.
am reading that zip file here, converted it back to JSON. I mean,
Yes,
parsing it with JSON. I
yes.
can view the same data that is written here. I can view that here. Okay. And we'll see. There are other snaps. Do you know encryption?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
Sometimes we work with files encrypted, right? When we need to transfer the data between secured systems, we need to encrypt the file before we send it to the target location. There they will be decrypting it. For that, there are several encryption and decryption methods. Okay. One of the common encryption method where it is mostly used is PGP encryption. Okay, we will give the account. We need to create public account or private account. For encryption, we create public key account. So we need to have that key, PGP keys. Okay, we work with PGP keys here. So the encryption happens using that keys. Okay. Right now we don't have any key generated, but you can try it out. We can get a sample keys. If you Google it, sample PGP key. There are many tools. They will just generate the key. Here, this is a sample key. Oh, this is not full. We can get somewhere here. No, this is public key. With this, we can encrypt. Usually, when we transfer data or the files between a bank, okay, they are encrypted and then sent. Encrypted with a secured certificates, the keys, secured keys, PGP keys. Okay, for that we use. Same way we have other encryption types available. AES encryption, blowfish encryption, PGP encryption. Okay,
Mhm.
hope you're getting it.
Yes. So it's
Okay, there's one more snap can discuss. This is multi-file reader. So you need to have a use case where you have to read multiple files at once. So you can select the file here, multiple files here. And if you want to read files in a directory and also subfolders in that directory, you can select this include subfolders. You have a file, okay, or multiple files in your directory called A. A folder contains 2-3 files and also one more folder. I want to read the files present inside that folder also. For that, I will use this wildcard. Is there any filter? If not, you can give star. Star will read all the files. Okay. Here you can select the file and also you want to read multiple files. You can read. But here you need to remember they all should be having the same pattern. I mean, same type of files. Like say they all should be CSV or they all should be JSON kind of. Else you do not get accurate data in the output of this snap. You're getting it? If
it's
you
like
have different files, like you
different files.
have multiple files in your folder. Yeah, here you gave CSV file. Okay, some JSON file here, CSV file here. So this snap will produce binary output for both files in binary. You cannot work with two different files, right? You need to parse them. Parse converting this binary into JSON format. So for that, you need to then use router to route it to respective flow and then parse it according to the file type. Usually that's a very rare case. Okay. Usually if we need to read multiple files or we need to read files present in the subdirectory, subfolders, we use this snap. Okay. Now we'll see the most common options in the snap. We have seen many snaps, all these snaps, right? You might have seen some common options like retry. You see number of retries. This is present for many snaps, which can connect to some endpoint. So in case if the connection fails between the snap and the endpoint, it will try again. If I keep 2 here, let's say when I'm trying to read this file, some network connectivity lost, or file was in access by multiple other applications, so it may throw an error. In that case, we can have multiple attempts. So I gave 2 retries here, and the retry interval I'll give like 5 seconds. So first time it failed, Snap failed to read this file. It will wait for 5 seconds, do one more attempt. Okay, we have 2 attempts. So it will do first attempt, tries to read. If it reading the file, that is okay. Else, if it still failed second time, then it comes here, check interval 5 seconds, wait for 5 seconds, and do the last attempt, remaining one attempt of this retry. It will try to read the file. If it is still failing, Snap will fail. Okay, and this is common
Got it.
for many snaps. You are going to see that. Okay, and all the options available in the snaps vary from snap to snap, but a few common are number retries, and snap execution. This is for every snap. This is available. Okay. When I say validate and execute, I think you already know this, right? The data, this snap will work during
Yes, yes.
validation also. If you set to execute only, this will work only when you execute a pipeline. Disable means we are disabling it. This is clear, right?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Do you have any sample S3 account?
No.
Okay.
Is it offering any demo account like Snowflake and all the stuff?
No, AWS won't offer demo accounts. They offer pay as you go, like as you use, you need to pay that. I have one account
Where-
that I closed due to the pending bills. Okay, I'll try to see
Yes,
if
yes.
I can activate that. Unless we pay the bill, they don't reactivate
Okay,
the account. Okay.
got it. Let me try from my end also. Also, could you just drag and drop bulk load in Salesforce Snap?
Salesforce bulk cloud. You want to try here?
Yes, yes, yes. I was just curious. I saw something bulk create, yes, bulk
Bulk
create or
creator
yeah,
or update or upset.
anything is fine. Just
Okay.
authentication of account. I saw something.
Mm. You don't have a account.
Yes, I don't have an account. Just try to add an account.
How come you already have it here? It is not showing.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's what I asked this question last time. Do we want to
Mm.
validate the
You
account for
create a
each
test
snap?
account. Okay. Salesforce test account that should show in any snap. That's it is showing here. Test. Okay. Okay. This is Salesforce.com token based account.
Yeah, security token based tokens.
Yeah. Here, if we go to documentation, I think I did I explain about the options.
Yes,
There is a
regarding
button to
many
go to
options.
documentation. This is just to maximize, minimize. To delete the snap, save a snap.
There is no authentication.
Okay, looks like it does not support simple token based account. That might be the reason.
Got it.
This snap needs a walkthrough account, which is commonly used, or mutual authentication account. With a key store, there's a different type. We need to have the keys, SSL keys available, or walkthrough account.
Okay.
You need a instance URL, client ID, client secret. This you can get from Salesforce.
Salesforce itself.
Yeah, client ID you need to generate all those. Okay,
Okay. What's the
and
endpoint?
hmm, sorry,
Endpoint, I saw something. Endpoint authentication below. Say.
here
Which one is better, either mutual authentication or
this is the common one.
common one? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. If you click on continue,
yep,
okay. And you see this one, this auth endpoint
yeah,
2
yeah. This is common.
common. So we don't have
Yeah,
to
that is common.
anything.
No need to change it. This is
Gotcha.
common for
Yeah, all we
Salesforce.
have to get like the client ID and client secret from the Salesforce
Correct.
system.
Instance URL, you need to provide your instance URL. So which looks
Login.io.
yeah, instance dot SnapLogic, sorry, Salesforce.com it comes, right?
Yes.
The instance ID like something ABC some ID dot Salesforce.com.
Yes.
That is the instance URL. We need to give it.
Okay.
Okay. The same way, have you given that other account? Okay, this login now. Okay, here we didn't give any instance URL. This is only login URL. If it is sandbox, you give test.salesforce.com.
Mm.
All right.
Yes, now I got idea.
Okay.
So this was one of my doubt. Actually, I just got that same account in update and create, but I wasn't able to find it on all those bulk load, bulk create, bulk upsert, bulk update, anything. So this
Okay.
was the
Okay.
reason for it.
Okay. You can work with this snaps once you create a workflow account. Like we have bulk query also.
Mm.
If from the Salesforce table data, it comes getting bulk data. This is for huge data, bulk data operations. It is very useful for update also. If you have to update, work with thousands of documents, insert or the create will do record by record, right? Whereas
Mhm.
bulk will do in a batch mode. So that batch is, do we have that? Mm, okay, batch is not given here. I think it takes internally, but it does in a batch ways. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, we are good with the binary snaps, right? You can try these examples. Okay, the sample use cases, reading file, and here if you have S3, you can just create an account, click AWS S3 account, here use. You need to have access ID and secret key. That's it. Usually this is a normal account. If you're using in the demo account, you can generate access ID and access key, secret key, and then give that here. It will work. Then if you use that here, if you give direct path, you can use S3 snaps. You can use the bucket path. It shows the directories and the files listed. Okay.
Yes.
So that's it. We can start other snap packs tomorrow.
Yes, sure.
Okay. The other important in the core snap are flow, transform. Okay, I'll cover all these. Okay.
Mm.
Transform is the biggest one we will cover at the end. Before that, normal snapbacks we can cover here. Okay. All right.
Yes, sure.
Okay, Swell. Thank you. Have a good day.
And- Okay.